Turning now to politics, 3 states have shifted closer to Vice President Kamala Harris as she gains ground with Democrats and independents. The nonpartisan Cook Political Report shifted their electoral college rating for North Carolina from lean Republican to toss-up, noting that Harris has improved on President Biden's vote share with Democrats by 13 points, black voters by 4, and independents by 13 as well. According to Cook's Amy Walter, she writes, the race is tightening, not because Harris is cutting into Trump's vote, but because Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents are coming home. Meanwhile, the VP has put both Minnesota and New Hampshire apparently out of reach for the Trump campaign, with Cook shifting both states from lean Democrat to likely Democrat. Walter writes that Harris has been able to reconstitute and energize the Democratic coalition in both of those states. Simone, there had been talk, let's say 6 weeks ago, when things were at a low ebb for the Biden campaign, that there were some relatively safe Democratic states that could, be in jeopardy. That's these two, also maybe Colorado or Virginia. That no longer seems to be the case. But I'm curious more about what you think about the North Carolina suddenly going to toss up, because it does seem, we talked last hour about how the Harris team is putting a lot of resources and time in Georgia, including in rural areas. They've hinted they're going to do the exact same thing in North Carolina.
The vice president has made a lot of trips to North Carolina, specifically within the last year and a half. I mean, she's been to Charlotte, she's been to the Raleigh area, been to areas in the more rural parts of North Carolina, specifically talking about her opportunity tour and the economy. Things that, again, are polling very, very high for voters across the board, whether we're talking about white, black, Latino, Asian American, Pacific Islander, or otherwise. I will say this. I think North Carolina, frankly, has always been in play for Democrats. They just had to spend the money to be there. I think back to the midterm elections, and I think about Sherry Beasley. Sherry Beasley, who was a state Supreme Court justice, and in North Carolina, state Supreme Court justices are elected. She was elected statewide as a Supreme Court justice. She was the Chief Justice. She was the Dems Senate candidate. And had Sherry Beasley had a little more money and a little more support from the national infrastructure, I believe she would be the sitting United States Senator. And so Democrats are being very smart here. I just would also note, Jonathan, that there is a very literally, crazy is not even the way to describe it. The Republican candidate for governor, who is the current lieutenant governor, Mark Robinson, he has some very outlandish views. He believes that he wants to go back to a time when women couldn't vote. I encourage people to look him up. He also, I think, juxtaposing him versus Josh Stein, who is the Democrats' candidate for governor, is setting up a matchup that is a boon for Democrats and maybe not so good looking for Republicans in the state.
Yeah, no doubt, that gubernatorial candidate. Problematic for a lot of Republicans who are anxious about that, Michael, there in North Carolina. We know this race is going to be close, and we know that we're still more than 2 months from Election Day. But at this moment, this snapshot in time, Harris has momentum. And we're seeing the trend, all the polls, the trend lines support that. So as we see her electoral map expand, how is that impacting down ballot? How is that impacting, Democrats, Republicans alike, both in the Senate and the House, who suddenly are seeing a campaign completely reshaped from where it was 2 months ago?
In a very significant way. And look, this was the narrative that we had heard from House Democrats, particularly in the aftermath of Harris becoming the nominee, Tim Walz becoming the running mate, this good momentum and enthusiasm for them from the convention. This was what Democrats had suspected, and we're now seeing that come into fruition with the numbers. Decision Desk HQ came out with its new forecast this week. It said that for the House, Republicans have a 56% chance of winning the House, which, is still positive for Republicans. But when Biden was the nominee, that was 61%. So that gap has narrowed by 5%. Similar for the Senate. Republicans right now have a 68% chance of winning the chamber. But when Biden was the nominee, it was a 78% chance. So we're seeing that enthusiasm from Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket trickle down to these down ballot races. And now the challenge for the Harris campaign, and equally for these House Democrats and Senate Democrats, is going to be keeping up this momentum. They don't want to have this spike too early in the game. Still about 2.5 months to go until Election Day. That's going to be a huge challenge for Democrats now, keeping this enthusiasm up, keeping their numbers up in the lead up to November.